So today we will talk about the India's first ever multidimensional poverty index, and this index is released by the government premier think tank Niti Aayog. So let's talk about. So remember that why in news, as I told you that recently the first ever multidimensional poverty index. This is the multidimensional poverty index released by the government premier think tank Niti Aayog. So what are the indicators on the basis of which this multidimensional poverty index was released? So basically primarily the three indicators. The first one is the education, health and standard of living. So there are the 12 sub indicators under this education, health and standard of living. If you talk about under health, then the nutrition, child and adolescent mortality and antenatal care. So these are the three indicators under health. If you talk about under education, then years of schooling and the school attendance, means how much years they went to the school or they didn't went to the school, and that school attendance means how many percentage are there present at school and absent. So this is the school attendance. If you talk about the standard of living, then remember that cooking fuel, sanitation, drinking water. So remember that electricity, housing, assets means which generate wealth or basically the income, and the bank account. So this is comes under the standard of living. So these are the primarily the three indicator: education, health and standard of living. So remember that this is also the internationally indicators which is released by the under the multidimensional poverty index. So you need to remember, and after that there are the 12 sub indicators. So remember that, and this index measure poverty level over 700 districts in all the 28 states and 9 territories. So remember that. So further about the multidimensional poverty index, then remember that one of the main criteria is the hardship and the deprivation faced by the family. So what in this Niti Aayog that there are the certain lines pointed out, and if there is, that is the line of deprivation, and below that whenever a state is come or whatever family is come, known as the deprived families or deprived state and union territory, and those who are above that line, deprivation line, is known as above this, so they are the least poverty states and union territory. So this is what do you mean by the deprivation. So if there is certain, let's say in the field of education, there's 6 years of schooling is the deprivation line. So those who are above, then they are not deprived, and those who are less below that, so they are deprived. So this is all about. So if you talk about the least poverty state, then Kerala is at the top. Remember that with the 0.71%, and after that the Goa, and then the Sikkim, and then the Tamil Nadu, and then Punjab. So remember that here Karnataka is not there. You need to remember because it might, and there is sometimes they ask the chronological order. So this is very important. If you talk about the top 5 the poorest state, then the Bihar at the top, means out of 100 people, 52 people is the poverty people. So this is very important. After that is the Jharkhand, and then the UP, and then the Madhya Pradesh, and then the Meghalaya. If you talk about the union territories, then remember that this is on the chronological sequence. So the first means the least poverty union territories is the Puducherry, after that the Lakshadweep, then the Andaman and Nicobar, then Delhi, Daman and Diu, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, and if you talk about the Dadra and Nagar Haveli. So what do you mean? What need to remember that this report on the basis of the National Family Health Survey for 2015 and 15, and that's why you see there that here is the Jammu and Kashmir and the Ladakh at the same. So here you can also see that Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu has been merged. So now there is one territory, but now they are separate because of this, because this is on the basis of the National Family Health Survey 4. So you need to remember. Now talk about the index itself. So if you talk about the index, then remember that Niti Aayog Multidimensional Poverty Index uses the globally accepted methodology developed by the Export Poverty Human Development Initiative and United Nations Development Program. As I have told you that health, education and the standard of living which is the globally accepted, and this is very important, and this is one of the criteria which is also used by the Human Development Index. So this is very important. If you talk about the significance of India's poverty index, then remember that the more accurate and precise data, one of the objective of all the policies of the government to take a precise and accurate data, so there will be a targeted delivery of schemes. So remember that which lead to the targeted beneficiary and targeted delivery, which can lead to the rapid development of people. So this is very important on India and its states and union territories. So remember that if you talk about which lead to more targeted policy formulation, not only the policy formulation, but also if there is a policy formulation, then implementation also will take place. So remember that. So this is very important. If you talk about, it will be a multi-dimensional development in a rapid way. Suppose if there are the one of the indicators like education, if there are the years of schooling is less or lesser enrollment number are less, or if they are coming but they are not at retention power is less, so India can focus on that through the policy formulation and then implementation. If there is a lack of infrastructure in health, then India can build up the primary health care at the certain village, and which lead to the rapid development, and also it will be a part of prevention criteria in the field of health. So this is very important. Suppose if there is no electricity in some villages, some area, then India directly can provide the through policy formulation electricity to that village, or let's say some state. So this is very important. As you know, still there are the in India drinking water is lacking. So day by day this can help through this data or this multidimensional poverty index. And if you talk about in women, then the antenatal care or some kind of problem which lead to the anemia, one of the main issues came out of the National Family Health Survey 5 phase 2, as I told you. So India through the policy and then implementation can target that women. Yes, they are the anemic children, anemic men and anemic women. So there will be a targeted delivery. So this is very important. So it can ensure that no one is left behind. If we talk about the objective of the sustainable development goal is that, which is decided in 2015, is the one of the main objective of that, there should be no one is left behind. So in the development, in India, we sometimes talk about the India and that is Bharat. So there are the two. So India and Bharat. So there should not be any gap, and that gap can be filled that when there is no one is left behind. So this is one of the criteria and achieve the sustainable development goal 1 to 3 up to 17. So this is very important. If you talk about can focus on specific indicators and dimension, as I have already told you, if there is any lack in education, then provide the infrastructure, any of the facilities. So this is all about the Niti Aayog multidimensional poverty. You need to remember, or summary of this video is that the multidimensional poverty is released by the Niti Aayog. This is based on the three indicators: health, education and standard of living, which is a globally accepted by the United Nations Development Program, United Nations Initiative. And if you talk about the export poverty, so this is very important. You need to remember also the 12, also the sub indicators of 12. So this is very important. You need to remember that Bihar is the highest poverty state and Kerala is the least poverty state. So this is very important. Thank you guys. Hope you like this video.